Let's just eat the top half and go find some garbage. Should we tell them we speak English? Why? So we can talk about the shit in their pants? Here's your head. The first thing a chimpanzee does when it attacks you, it breaks your jaw. So you can't bite it. Then, it chews your hands off. So you can't claw it. And then, it tears your genitals off. I guess so you won't rape it. Chimpanzees are so full of themselves, they actually think that even after they've broken your jaw, chewed off your hands, you're still gonna be trying to get him into the sack. Like there are guys chasing them through the jungle. You wouldn't have chewed my hands off if you didn't want it. You wouldn't have come out of the tree if you weren't into it, lady. Yes, my jaw is broken. And my hands are chewed off. And you know what else? I'm tired of all the games. And now, I'm going to tell you all a terrible story. That happened to some children at the Neverland Ranch. Yes, I am. And when I'm done, you're going to laugh. You think that you won't, but you don't have all the information. As everyone knows, Michael Jackson had a chimp named Bubbles, and Bubbles was adorable when it was a baby, because everything is adorable when it's a baby. Rattlesnakes are adorable when they're babies. But then Bubbles grew up and became an adult male chimp, very powerful, very unpredictable, and with the potential for great physical violence. So Bubbles was put into a cage and moved off the beaten path there at the old Neverland Ranch. But Make-A-Wish kids would come to the ranch and they wanted to see Bubbles. And Bubbles would hurl his feces at them, which was not their stated wish. And what you end up with is kids in wheelchairs on grass trying to evade cannonballs of monkey shit. And I like to imagine what that must have looked like to the sound of Louis Armstrong's "What a Wonderful World." I see trees of green, red roses too. Don't get me. I love animals. We have a ton of animals. I have a wife and 3 daughters. Everybody has a cat. I have 4 cats, 2 dogs. I love my dogs. But one of my dogs, Alfie, my little dog Alfie, is so fucking stupid. He's a rescue. He's never been right. Alfie has a look in his eyes that you only get from a guy in an army jacket sitting alone on a swing set in the rain. He will be outside romping and playing for 5 hours, running around the yard, barking at squirrels, and then finally I'll let him in. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm inside. Oh, I almost peed outside. I had to pee so bad. Oh, God. This feels so good. Oh, I almost peed on the tree. Is this the antique your mom gave you? Okay. Nope, happy to market. Thank me later. Oh, God. And he would not learn. So I take him to the vet. The vet puts him on dog Prozac. I feel like an idiot getting my dog Prozac. And then a bigger idiot a week later when I have to bring him back because he can't get an erection. And he's 18. He won't die. He's staying alive out of spite. I take him to the vet. He said everything wrong with him a dog could have. I take him to the vet every other week. And then like, yeah, no, it's surprising. But it's not time yet. That's what they always say. It's not time yet. To put him down. You know, they say a dog is a man's best friend. You know what my best friend is never gonna do? Make me murder him. I have several human best friends. I'm not afraid of that call. Hey, Dane, I don't know what you're doing this weekend, but I haven't been feeling that good. I think maybe you just come by and kill me with a shovel. I think one good swing to the head will do it. Why do I care what the police will think? It's not about you.
Memphis. I went back to Portland for a little bit. I went to Orlando. Orlando's pretty cool. Orlando was pretty cool. I got a dog when I was in Orlando. Anybody? Yeah, I had a dog. Guess what kind of dog I had? A golden retriever? Nope, that wasn't it. A lab? Nope. Huh? You guys are bad. Who said pit bull? Racist. No, I'm joking. It wasn't a pit. It wasn't. You guys, it was a Chihuahua. You guys were way off. It was a Chihuahua. He was a no. Stop guessing. You're wrong. I told you the answer. That's like if I was like in class and I was like C. You're like, I'm gonna try B. Let me get. I told you. So it was a Chihuahua. He's a Chihuahua Yorkie. He was super cute, man. He was super. Yep. He was. His name was Tank. He was 12 pounds. And the way I got him was this girl. She was like, hey, you want a dog? I was like, this is my chance. And it wasn't. She just left me. Single parent father. You know? I used to call him my son. I'm like, this is like my son. Then one day he started humping my leg. And I was like, never mind. You cannot be my son and my baby daddy. So I just stopped calling him my son. He'd be on the other side of the living room getting started like, oh, snap, there's some new jeans, preacher? I ain't never seen no jeans like that in my life. Like, no, yes, they're new jeans, because you keep ruining them. So, but he was super cute, man. He was adorable. Everybody wanted to pet him. You know, one time I was walking him in my neighborhood, and this homeless dude, I didn't know he was homeless. He was on the cover. But he walks up, and he goes, that's a good-looking dog right there. I'm like, yeah, his name is Tank. He goes, yeah. I'm like, oh. Don't pet him. He doesn't like new people. If it's the new person tries to pet him, he's gonna bite you. He's like, no, trust me. I'm good with dogs. I said, I don't care how good you are with dogs, all right? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. That's my, she like, I like this 4D experience. So I'm gonna go ahead and yell out. I'm gonna yell out my part of the joke. But you're right. I mean, when I was writing the joke, I don't remember putting you in it, but I appreciate you ad-libbing right there. Your extra loud self. I was like, who gave you a microphone? I don't even understand. You the same one that knocked someone's iPhone down, but your booty like, sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom. That ain't your dog. All right. So dogs have personalities like humans. You can't go up to a human like, hey, that's a good-looking human right there. I don't really like people. No, trust me. I'm good with people. You can't do that. He tries to pet him anyway. Bro, oh my gosh, your dog bit me. I said, I'm so sorry. I was trying to warn you. He doesn't like new people. He was like, I can't believe your dog bit me. I said, I'm sorry. He was like, give me $10. I was like, what? He's like, your dog bit me, give me $10. He said it in a way like, everybody knows if the dog bites you, it's $10. He was so confident. I was like, yeah, I forgot about that rule. I just gave him $10. He was like, thank you, brother. God bless. He just walks off. I was like, this man scammed me for $10? There's better ways to make money besides getting bit by dogs $10 at a time. How was work, baby? It was great. I made $115. 15? I didn't get fully bit by the last one. They gave me $5. He was so cute. People didn't think it was my dog. One lady thought I stole him. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what race she was because it doesn't matter that she was white. And she walked up to me, she was like, is that the dog that went missing yesterday? And I was like, no, it's my dog. She goes, are you sure? And I was like, yep, why would I steal the dog and lie about it, then be like the second time, you know what? I was lying, I did. I stole the dog and walked it in the same neighborhood I just stole it from. That's like robbing a bank. Put all the money in the bag. That's right. And let me open the savings real quick, all right? Here's my birth certificate. Y'all got a rewards program? I'm trying to build my credit up. If you guys can do that real quick. He's my dog. She goes, I'm sorry, he's so cute. And I'm like, I get it. He's like, he's super cute, I get it. You want to pet him? Get her, Tank. He's my secret weapon. He was a secret weapon. He was so cool. I loved him, man. Like, I remember people talking about dogs, like, this is my best friend. And I'm like, that's because you don't have any friends, you know? But he was just annoying at first. Like, I had to pay $500 for him to stay at my apartment complex. I didn't pay it. I just convinced the apartment complex I was the one barking. But he was, you know, he was expensive, and he was just, you know, but then he became like my best friend for real. And I knew he was my best friend, you know, one day when I was like, all my roommates were gone, I waited till they were gone because I was having like a bad day, and I started ugly crying, which is the only way to cry. No one looks sexy crying, you know? And if you think someone looks sexy crying, then you need help, because that's weird. Very weird. If you at a funeral, yeah, get it out. Look at that face. Don't wipe it. Yeah, look at that face, so wet. I like them cheeks. That's weird, you know? So I was crying, and I remember Tanky ran over, and he got on his hind legs, and he started licking my tears. And yeah, it worked. I just stopped crying immediately. And it works. Any girl I've ever dated after that, if they start crying, I lick their tears. They just stop. I can't believe I'm in there, right? They're not happy. They're kind of confused, but they stop. They're like, are you licking my face right now? You stop, though. I just got fired. But you, look, come on now. You stop, so I win. And yeah, I remember I was kind of sad because everything I did in Orlando, it was tailored towards comedy. Any job I had, any relationship, I always did it for comedy. And I was like, I'm not gonna make it as a comedian in Orlando, Florida. So I had to move to LA. So I saved up a bunch of money. And no matter how much money I saved up, LA's expensive. I wasn't gonna be able to take Tank initially. So I had to sit Tank down like a psycho, because that's what you do when you have a dog. You know what I mean? You kind of just talk to them like a human when you have them too long. And I was like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go save up a bunch of money for like a couple months. I'm gonna ship you out, then you can get your own bed, even though he keep jumping in mine. And you know, the whole time I'm talking to him, he like, when we going outside? You know, like he doesn't know. I can leave for 10 minutes and Tank's like, I thought you were dead, right? So, so I talked to him and I was like, it was kind of sad because I was like, he doesn't realize I'm leaving for 2 months, and I broke down, started sexy crying, and I did. I knew it was sexy because he started humping my leg again, and I let him get it out. I was like, this is the last time. Get it out, my child. Go ahead. And I moved to LA in 2016, and I wasn't like homeless, but I was flirting with it. I was like, what's your name, homeless? And I found a place on Craigslist, Park La Brea, mistake, and I moved in. I had 5 roommates, 6 dudes in a 2-bedroom. One dude slept in his own room, another guy in the hallway, another guy in the fridge or something, another guy in the closet, another guy out the closet. That was my roommate. And this dude was an alcoholic, man. We got in a fight one day because he was coming home drunk all the time. He kept waking me up, and then I was fed up. 3 o'clock in the morning, he's drunk, coming in, talking on the phone, and I'm like, hey, man, take that outside. He throws his phone down. He's like, what you gonna do about it, man? Huh? What you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do nothing about it. And I said, you don't wanna find out what I'm gonna do. He gets in my face, he's like, do something about it. And I was like 15 pounds bigger than I am now. I was jacked. And Jill went up the hill to get some more protein, baby. And I started choking this dude immediately, and I was squeezing his neck. And I remember him not fighting it. And I was like, that's kind of weird because I'm squeezing hard. And I remember him not fighting it, and I remember him going, yes, daddy. And I was like, whoa, hey.
And I never thought twice about any of that until I had my own kids. Now I'm mortified thinking about that. Like, dude, if my 11-year-old was headed out the door with his brother, and I was like, hey, where you going, buddy? Oh, we're just going to climb up the old piles of scrap material behind the abandoned factory for a while. We call it King of Tetanus Mountain. Like, dude, I would call CPS on myself, man. But our parents were just like, that sounds neat. Maybe if you got time, you can shimmy across the catwalk under the bridge like we used to do. Jesus Christ, was the government giving out life insurance policies on trailer babies? Like, what the fuck? What point are you actively trying to get rid of us, man? Real parents back then didn't give a fuck. If you need any more proof they didn't give a fuck, look no further than the haircuts they sent us to school with every day. Rural parents in the 90s were just like, oh shit, I forgot he's got school pictures tomorrow. Sit down there, buddy. Hey, baby, bring me them clippers and that chili bowl. I'll line him up real quick. There we go. There you go. Now don't forget to wear your Skinner shirt and smile real big. For a huge chunk of my childhood, I had a rat tail. A rat tail. It's right there in the name, man. It's like my mom was taking me to the barbershop / my aunt who dropped out of beauty school's trailer, right? And set me down like, yeah, give him something that sends the message what type of garbage people we are, like something that makes other children inherently mistrust and fear him upon a glance. Something shifty, Yes, truly, I can think of no better animal after which to fashion the appearance of my firstborn than the ass end of a rat, specifically. That's what my baby needs. It's ridiculous, man. All right, listen, y'all having fun so far? Good. I asked because I'm going to try to ruin that real quick before we go, if I could, because I could be polarizing, I can be divisive. That's not news to y'all. This is about to be the most divisive thing you've ever heard me say. And I know some of y'all are like, no, Trae, we're on your team. It's all right. Go ahead. Speak your truth. No, some of you about to feel betrayed by this. You are. But I have to be true to myself. I have to do it. So here it goes. I've about had it with dog people and their bullshit. I think... Hey. You hear that? You hear that response? Dude, I've had people get up and walk out right now. There's people in here sitting right now like, I thought I knew this motherfucker, That's what happened, because dog people are hardcore. That's my whole point, man. Dog people are like an authoritarian regime. You're either 100% with them and they'll throw you out the fucking window, dude. They suffer no dissent. Because let me clarify, I don't have a problem with dogs. Dogs, the animals, should be treated with compassion and respect. Anybody that abuses a dog is a piece of shit, right? I'm in the ASPCA. I'm not saying that. I don't have any problem with dogs. I just prefer cats, right? That's all it is. I just like cats. I like little kitty cats. Right? And dog people get weird about that. They do. Like, you ever had a hardcore dog lover ask you, oh, do you love dogs? You're like, oh, I'm kind of more of a cat person. You might as well be wearing a Michael Vick jersey, bro. They fucking... All the trust and joy drains out of their face. They're shielding their kids from it. Get away from him, right? They want nothing to do with you. They think that makes you a bad person automatically. If you like, y'all don't think there's any bad people that also love dogs? Statistically, they have to exist. Somewhere in the world, there's got to be a ruthless cartel drug lord who's utterly devoted to his 3 Doberman pinchers, right? And he feels the same way about them as you do little Buffy the Bichon Frise. He feels the same way. When those dogs tear a rival drug dealer limb from limb, spreading gore and viscera all over the room, when they do that, this guy's like, who's a good boy? The dog's sitting there with a severed hand in his mouth like, is it me? I hope it's me. Has to be a thing. Some of y'all don't buy that. Some of y'all think that's hypothetical. That's not hypothetical. That's historical. It is. You know who loved dogs? Hitler. So hey, if you don't believe me, ask Kanye. He'll tell you. He knows. It's true. It's true. Adored his German Shepherd. Still somehow not the best guy. I'm just saying, don't get me wrong, you should love your dog. Of course you should. I just feel like some dog people, they put dogs above anything and anybody else, including other people. It gets extreme sometimes. Like the other night, I was taking my trash out at my house. I'm walking down the driveway with my trash bins, and my Jeep is blocking the other end of the sidewalk. I get to the end of it. I almost bump into my neighbor who's walking his Great Dane. We didn't know each other were there. When this happens, the dog loses its shit like, and he's like struggling to hold it back. He's like, whoa, you startled him, you startled him. I was like, oh, did I? Did I startle the baby? Oh, you're right. That's my fault. It's my fault. Should have got the express written permission of you and Scooby Doan over here before I walk down my own goddamn driveway. That's on me. No, you're right. You're right, dude. Dog people are hardcore, and I don't know. Sometimes I'll see a dog and he's wearing one of those little outfits where it looks like his head is on top of a tiny human body, so he's got little arms and legs flopping and stuff, and his tongue's out like. And I just see that, and I'm like, have some fucking self-respect, man. What are you doing? You used to be a wolf, bro. Don't let them do that shit to you. Right, but dogs do whatever the fuck a human says, gladly, right? But a cat, though, you go up to a cat and you're like, hey, so I was thinking if you wanted to roll over or play dead or do some kind of trick like that, you know, I'd give you one of these little fishy treats. And the cat's just like, oh, yeah? You will, huh? Okay. Yeah. How about I show you my asshole, Gary? How's that for a trick? Would you like that? Who the fuck do you think you are? No, you know what? I got a better idea. How about this? How about you put some more food in my bowl and maybe I won't fuck your couch up tonight? How's that sound?